Welcome back, folks. We're here now with Gary Yance of Ocean City Chevrolet. Gary, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you here with us.
Thank you, Tony.
Tell us a little bit about your connection with Ocean City and how long you've been there, and a little bit about the history of your location.
Well, I've been there since 1994. My wife and I had an opportunity to buy in. I've been with General Motors for 31 years, and in 1994 we were given the opportunity to buy into the dealership.
Right.
And so that's how we became involved with it, and now it's a family-owned and operated business, and my wife's involved, my son's involved, and we run the daily operations of the dealership.
And you have several employees there that work for you. I know you have new car sales.
That's right.
Used car sales in a service center. Is that
That's correct. Yeah, new cars, Chevrolets. We represent Chevrolet, and we have certified pre-owned cars, and we have a full service department.
Right. And your pre-owned cars are not just Chevrolet, though. You take in about anything in on trade as long as wheels and tires are on it.
Well, and we have taken some without wheels and tires before. So.
Oh, boy. How does being a family-owned business affect your business philosophy? Can you tell us about that?
Well, our business philosophy is building relationships one customer at a time, and how we came up with that was my background in the automotive industry came out of Winston-Salem, and I was associated with a very large dealership at Modern Chevrolet, and of course we were working from 8 in the morning till 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And we were, it was the kind of atmosphere. It was very hard to build personal relationships with your customers.
Right.
And when my wife and I decided to get involved and buy into the dealership, we decided that we didn't want that.
Right.
We decided that we really wanted our customers to be friends, to be build a relationship with them. And I think that comes from our background and the way we were raised. Our families raised us. We just believe that there's more to it than just selling somebody something.
That's right.
There's a relationship that needs to be built there. And that's where we came up with the philosophy of building relationships one customer at a time.
And that's an awesome philosophy.
Yeah.
You mentioned Modern Chevrolet. I actually bought my first Chevy Chevette there back in 1983.
Yeah,
I've had several Chevrolets over the years. I'm an American car kind of guy. So let me ask you another question. As far as the service department goes, you do everything from small repairs and service work like oil changes, tires, all the way up to major things.
yes, from the minor service end of it to the major repairs. Today's vehicles, as you well know, can be very complicated.
Very complicated.
It's almost like a rolling computer today, and it's the training that's involved is extremely intense for technicians, and the knowledge they need to have in the way the electrical system works and the communications inside the car is just mind-boggling sometimes.
Right.
And so we spend a tremendous amount of time and energy on training, and equipment is another issue. It's
very fluid.
Yes, and it's ever changing. Today's cars are just changing so fast.
They're no longer just the simple cars people can work on in their own garage. You got to know your stuff. I don't know
and
stuff.
I'm of the opinion that I think that the car makers have probably put maybe just a little bit too much technology in cars today, because it can be overwhelming. I mean, we have a tremendous amount of our customers over the years have been 50 and up.
Right.
And they're not real crazy about a lot of the technology, and it can get very confusing, right down to the radios now. Your radios are now hard drives.
Right.
You can get Pandora on your car now. It's crazy. I'd like it, but
That's correct, and and a lot of them really want the radio you just turn on and off.
Yeah. AM.
And or whatever. Yeah.
The old AM
It
radio.
can get very complicated.
Okay.
Let me ask you another question. We were talking before we got seated here about the Corvette, and you just mentioned training. Tell us a little bit about your trip to Vegas, and you were telling me about that Corvette car and the new one and how awesome it was.
Well,
Talking about technology, it
this
kind of all
was
ties together.
and Corvette being a special car, it's the only car in Chevrolet's lineup that is considered a controlled allocated car, meaning there's certain criteria you have to go through to be able to even sell that car. So part of it was tooling, and part of it was training, and I had to go to Las Vegas, or right outside of Las Vegas, a little town called Pahrump, Nevada, to Spring Mountain Motorsports Complex and go through a day and a half of driving school for that car. And I think from what I took away from the training was that that the car is far more capable than the consumers are going to get out of the car.
Right.
It's probably as legalized race car as you could possibly get out here from the factory.
That's amazing.
It's just truly an amazing car, and like I said, I'm not sure most people that are purchasing and driving that car will ever really realize the full potential out of the car.
Right. Let me ask you a couple other quick questions. Specials like financing. Do you guys run specials through Chevrolet or GMAC for financing?
Well, that used to be a larger factor than it is today, and the reason I say that is because your programs are tied to either cash back or special interest rates. Well, in today's market, the interest rates are so low that the special financing really doesn't come into play quite as much as the consumer cash or the rebates. Not like it used to.
Okay.
Now we have since in the last 6 months we've implemented some programs to try to help people who have had some negative situations in the last 4 to 6 years, obviously. Since 2008, some things have changed for some good people, and we've tried to implement some programs now, and they're taking hold and taking off, and we're very happy with the results out of them to try to help some of those people get
where they need to be
back on their feet and provide their transportation needs at the same time.
Well, Gary, it's been great to have you on the show today. If you would, let the audience know where you're located. Let them know about your website and the contact number, maybe.
We're located on Highway 17, just north of Shallotte. We actually have a Shallotte address, but we're located across from the State Employees Credit Union, right on 17. Our website is www.oceancitychevrolet.com. And our contact number is 754-7117.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, you guys are about to undergo a renovation, is that right? So
exactly.
But you'll still be in the same location. So
still be in the same location.
Okay.
Going to have to reroute traffic for a little bit. But,
okay.
But we're
selling cars.
We're going to be, yes, we're still going to be working on them. We're going to still be selling them. And we're going to try to make it just as less inconvenient as possible, but we know there's going to be some challenges, but we've kind of got a plan laid out, so hopefully it's all going to work out good.
Well, all right. Look forward to seeing the end result of that also.
And I will say this, I personally want people to know that I think that living in Brunswick County is a just like a paradise, and we've heard that at our Rotary Club a lot.
Right.
You know, I pretty much raised my grandchildren here, and been involved in the community through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program now for probably 10 years, and the Rotary Club for 17, and this is our home, and what a great place to call home, and what a future we have in front of us.
Right.
Well, we're glad to have had you today.
I appreciate it.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back with Wes Hamilton of Anglers Marine and Supply.